Quick question. Imagine your future kids watching a video of your life right now, like everything you're doing today, your decisions, your habits, your friendships, how you spend your time. Would they be proud or would they be disappointed? That's a heavy question, I know, but it's one I started asking myself that completely changed how I live. Welcome back to Coleman Studio Podcast. This is Coleman, and I hope this episode speaks to you. See, most of us making decisions are making decisions for right now. What feels good today? What's fun this weekend? But nobody's thinking about like 10 years from now. Nobody's thinking about the family they're going to have. Nobody's asking, will my future wife respect these decisions I'm making right now? Will my future kids be proud of the choices I make? Today, we're talking about legacy. Not the kind you live after when you die, but the kind you're building right now with every single choice that you make. So subscribe because this conversation is about to change your entire perspective. So let me tell you when this hits me. I was hanging out with some of my friends and we were just out having fun, just talking about football and life. Nothing really meaningful. And all of a sudden, a thought just came to my head. I was like, in 10 years from now, when I have a son, what should I tell him about this moment? Will I tell him that I spent my early 20s talking about football or just talking about nothing meaningful? That thought shook me because I realized something. The man my future family needs me to be, I need to start becoming that person today and not someday. Not when I get married, not when I have kids, but today. Your future family is watching your current choices right now. I know that sounds dramatic, but think about it this way. You have habits you're building right now. Those are the habits you're going to have when you're going to become a father. The way you handle money right now, that's exactly the same way you're going to handle the family finances. The way you treat relationships right now, that's exactly how you're going to treat your wife. Everything you're doing right now is either building the foundation for a legacy you're going to be proud of or creating regrets for your future self, and you have to deal with it. And here's the scary part. Time doesn't even slow down. Suddenly you're 30, you're 40, and decisions you made in your 20s is now your reality. And there are two different parts to this, and I'm going to show you. And you're going to tell me which one sounds very familiar with you. Part one is living for right now. You're chasing for what feels good today without thinking about tomorrow. You're spending money you don't have just to impress people who don't even care. You're in a relationship that is fun, but it's going nowhere. There's no future. You're making decisions based on peer pressure and not purpose. And you're building a reputation, but building character. Fast forward to 10 years on this part. You're 30-something years, maybe you're married, maybe you have kids, and you're full of regrets. I wish I had saved money. I wish I had developed skills. I wish I had taken my faith seriously. I wish I had made better choices. And the second part is living for legacy. You're making decisions based on who you want to become, not just who you are right now. You're sacrificing temporal pleasures for long-term purpose. You're building skills and character when nobody is even watching. You're investing in your future rather than spending in your present. You're becoming someone your future family is going to be proud of. Now listen, in 10 years from now, you're 30-something years or even 20-something, you look back and see you've built something meaningful, you have the skills, you're financially stable, you're spiritually grounded, and when your kids are going to come around and be like, hey dad, what were you doing when you were my age? You're going to be like, I was building the life you're enjoying right now. You understand? So let's get practical. What does legacy even thinking actually look like in real life? Let's say on a Saturday night, your friends calls you to like hang out and do nothing productive. Legacy thinking requires you to think, if my kid is watching me right now, would he be proud of the decision I'm about to make? And here is something I learned. Every decision you make is either building your legacy or destroying it. And there's no neutral. You're either moving towards the person your future family needs you to be, or you're moving away from that person. The compound effect is real. Small decisions today become big results tomorrow. That's why successful people think long term and why struggling people think short term. I want you to do something for me. Close your eye for like a second and imagine this. It's 10 years from now, you're married, you have a son or a beautiful daughter. They're sitting on your lap and they ask you, Dad, what were you like when you were my age? What are you going to tell them? Are you going to tell them all about the parties you went to? Are you going to tell them all about the time you wasted? Are you going to tell them all about the drugs you were addicted to? Are you going to tell them all the opportunities you missed because you were too busy trying to fit it? Or are you going to tell them, I was building, I was growing, I was making mistakes, I was becoming the man you needed me to be, I was building myself for you, I was making decisions that would give you the life you have now. Your future wife is also currently watching your choices. The way you treat women right now shows her what kind of husband you're going to be. The way you handle money shows her if you're able to provide for a family. The way you prioritize your faith shows her if you can lead a family spiritually. Your future kids are also watching too. So the habits you're building right now are the habits they're going to eventually inherit. The character you're developing now is the example they're going to follow. The legacy you're building right now is the foundation they're going to stand on. This is not pressure, it's just perspective. It's not about being perfect, it's about being intentional. Every time you make a decision, ask yourself, will my future family be proud of this decision I'm making right now. Now, here is the hard truth. Legacy thinking requires a lot of sacrifice. You're going to have to sacrifice a lot of fun today just for the purpose tomorrow. You're going to have to sacrifice some comforts today for freedom tomorrow. I had to sacrifice hanging out with some certain people so I could build something meaningful for myself and for my future. I had to sacrifice going out almost every weekend so I could save some money and invest in my future. I had to sacrifice looking cool to people so I could become valuable to the right people. And here's what nobody tells you. The sacrifice doesn't always feel good at the moment. When your friends are out having fun and you're home working on yourself, it feels very, very lonely. Even when everyone else is spending money they don't have and you're saving, it feels boring as well because you're not buying everything you need. When everybody else are making fun of your ambition, it feels embarrassing. But you know what? In 10 years, those same people who were making fun of you will be asking you for advice. Those same people who thought you were crazy for sacrificing will wish they had done the same. The Bible says it perfectly. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and for peace for those who have been trained by it later on. That's the key. Legacy thinkers are willing to sacrifice now for later on. Let me leave you with this. In 10 years, you're either going to thank yourself or regret yourself. There's no in between. You either look back and say, I'm so proud I made those hard decisions, and I'm so glad I walked away from what was very comfortable. I'm so glad I built instead of just consumed. Or you're going to look back and say, I wish I had started sooner. I wish I had been more intentional. I wish I had thought about my future instead of just living for the moment. Your future family doesn't care about how many followers you had when you were a kid or when you were young. They don't care about how popular you were. They don't care about how many parties you went to. They care about what you built, if it's even worth inheriting. They care about the character you developed, the type of person you are. They care about the foundation you laid for them. So here is my challenge for you in the next 30 days. Before you make any major decision, I want you to ask yourself one question. Will my future family be proud of this choice? That one question is going to change everything for you. So I want you to think about this and go around it. So this is episode 5 of what we've covered so far. We've talked about a lot of things: how to choose the right friend, how to become valuable, how to walk alone, how to find your faith, now building legacy. But we are not done yet. In the next episode, we're going to dive deeper on how to actually transform your life. So make sure you've subscribed because this series is just getting started. Until next time, remember, your legacy starts with your next decision. This is Coleman from Coleman Studio Podcasts. Build something your future family will thank you for. See you in the next one.